there really wasn't anything. It was, I got my hour a week in, and I'm a Christian. I went to church this week, but really through the week, my life now is how I lead it at work and home and everything. It was just different. There wasn't time that I gave to God or had that relationship where I was building with Him. And I won't say it was a dark period, but it was just a wandering period. So
he knows the Lord. He's a great provider. He's a great dad. But there was no spiritual,
no discipleship,
nothing. And so he had to step up in our family. Yeah. And I saw that. I saw him stepping out of his comfort zone in a way that he had never done before, leading in a way that had never happened. And I always knew it. I always wanted it. But how do you say it to your husband? I want you to lead, when really in my own life, I wasn't doing it either. Because I know that I see in him such strength and growth, and I see him reading his Bible, and I see him doing those things, and there are times when I'm not doing it. But when you have your person sitting physically right next to you and you see it happening, there is that nudge, there is that conviction. It just makes me feel closer to him.
Yeah.
And I just like spending time with him. I just like being with him, and that might sound corny, but it's true.
You all enjoy the same thing, and you're kind of moving the same direction it goes. And so then we see it in Tanner, and all of a sudden Tanner's carrying a Bible and reading it, and then he's doing different things. And Nate and Jenna were on vacation, and they're going out and doing a devotion every morning together, and Ian and Bailey, and how strong, so to see the trickle down come with it has been, the most rewarding piece of it. And I think that's where it's made it where we're all kind of more on an even plane versus being fragmented in journeys. So, and again, that goes back to, wish I shoulda, woulda, coulda, because I could have made a bigger impact sooner with them in that had I done it. But literally last year was the first year I've ever read the New Testament front to back. Other than Revelation is way too much for me.
And then I would say a big catalyst too was seeing you prep for when you spoke at the men's wild game dinner.
Well, it's probably more funny when you called to ask me.
Oh yeah, I was like, I'm like, do you want to speak at the? I just felt the nudge, like he would be so great at doing it, and I could see that in him. And I called and asked him, and he just said, "That is so crazy that you are saying this, because I have felt the nudge to do it." And it was just like, okay. It was just so easy.
Because before I would have been like, nope, not a chance.
You're
There's
crazy.
No way is that happening. And and again, I think that was God pointing me and saying, look how far you're coming, and here's one more little thing and something you can go do. And it was by far one of the coolest things I've ever got to do was speak at that dinner, and just how I felt about it. And Tanner came up afterwards. It's like, it's the most proud I've ever been to be your kid. And I said, I don't want to go to cry hearing this. So, but seeing that it was having an impact, and the guys from work that came because of that impact's been cool. So. Yeah.